I've been blessed by the gods, divine my spirit. Them gotta take what you have, cause everybody works, I'ma take all my time. If you ain't no, now you best know now. The one money and the best know how. On to the next, never do slow down. You don't wanna
Coming right up, the Hawks taking on the Celtics. For Atlanta, every game presents another chance to improve and refine in each half, each quarter, each minute, each possession. Celtics, Hawks. Don't leave your seat. We'll be right back. Greetings, everyone. You've got it live on Tuesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brent Barry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Thanks very much, guys. Well, the Celtics are developing chemistry. Robert Williams says our older guys are keeping a great energy, preparing us before we even get on the court. When you've got your main players fired up and they're talking in your ear, you got to follow their lead. Kevin?
Veteran leadership. David, that's why we follow you. And you're a veteran on this crew. Great to have you with us. Thank you for the report. Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Collins and Capella man the post position. Murray is the shooting guard. Hunter the small forward. And it's Young in at the point. And for the Celtics. Up at the forward spots, it's Tatum and Horford. Smart in the backcourt with Brown to his side. And it's Williams at the center position. Always fun to be on the call for one of these games, Brent. Conference rivals going at it. So much emotion. Teams that are very familiar with each other.
I love it, Kevin, and I'm so happy to be here with you for this one. This is going to be awesome. You don't get a lot of games like this. So hype with a little bit and sit on the edge of our seat, should we?
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Tatum no good. Young against Smart. A baseline and grabs the miss. Passes it to Brown.
And Jaylen Brown is such a force on the offensive end. Hard to keep that guy out of the paint. Terrific finisher.
Throw of the game. Free throw good from Brown. And maybe the only weakness for Brown is his handle on the ball.
And it's something that he's worked on every offseason. Still, though, susceptible to turnovers while dribbling. But it's one of the very few weaknesses in his game.
Good on both.
And the vertical that Brown has is pretty impressive. As relentless a finisher as you'll find in our league.
There's the pass to Collins. Murray against Brown. Takes the 13-footer. Murray, good.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
No, he's automatic from the mid-range, and the defense knows that. It's a mistake to give up a shot like that.
Brown finds Williams. Jacks up a three. And it's Brown missing. Young against Smart. Young inside. Pass to Capella. Now Hunter. 6 to shoot. And the call shot that sends him to the line. It's on Robert Williams.
Just getting inside as a wing can help you out a lot, and Hunter right there forces the defense to foul.
And this offensive system, Brent, that the Hawks run, it allows for a lot of creativity.
Yeah, lots of dribble handoffs at the top of the key. You obviously have the, in case of emergency, break glass player in Trae Young. But they're not afraid to attack mismatches, and this is the type of offenses that I think a lot of players would enjoy playing in.
An athletic forward with a versatile skill set. Hunter has also proven he can come up big in big moments. Well, after their offense stalled in the finals, the Celtics getting some veteran help. Gallinari and Brogdon both bring shooting, and Brogdon's another playmaker on the floor.
Williams gets the bucket.
You know, when Williams gets positioned inside, he just looks to dominate physically, and then he shows you the skill set on top of it.
Now, here's Hunter. Poked away and stolen by Tatum. To the inside. Tatum no good. Murray against Brown. By Brown. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. And here's Atlanta. Capella kicks to Young. Over to the wing. Here's Murray. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Not a lot of plays drawn up for Capella, so his energy and involvement come from that kind of activity there.
Now here's Tatum. Down low. And there's Horford. That's good on the assist by Tatum.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And you gotta love the aggression that he had, taking it to the rim there. Sets the tone in a close game like this.
Second team foul.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Here's Capella. He can't hit that time. And so Horford will bring it up for the Celtics. Celtics passing it around, and Tatum launches it from deep. The shot's good on the assist by Horford.
Really as good as any passing big that we have in the NBA. Horford is a guy who can run an offense as a big.
Knocks it loose, and stolen by Horford. Outside Tatum. Back to Brown.
Puts him in the bonus.
And the Celtics making a change here. Williams is checked in.
Second team
Then for the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Bay comes in for Hunter. And it's Bogdanovic in for Trae Young. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul. Johnson, he's checked in for Collins.
Third team foul.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Count it.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
Here's Hauser after the basket by Onyeka Okongwu.
And catch and release, not just about fishing. Sadiq Bey last season with the 4th most catch and shoot triples made in the NBA.
Murray, no good. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Brogdon, good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Really good angle of attack there for Brogdon. Just saw a little angle and took it.
Ray, you were talking about how Bay is always in motion. He's always working so well off the ball, isn't he?
He is, Kevin. One of the league leaders in ground covered over the course of the season. And with all his minutes played, you know he's in tip-top shape. So that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now, here is Muscala. No points in the game yet for him. For three, Brogdon. Good on the triple.
Well, Brogdon just has a great feel as to when he should shoot it. Most of the time, it's in rhythm and within the offense.
Pass to Murray. Takes a shot at the elbow, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
And Brogdon, here we go. And the shot goes in.
Pretty good awareness there from Malcolm Brogdon, capable of spotting the open teammate on that side of the ball.
On the wing, Johnson to the paint. Here's Okongwu.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Brogdon the pass to Williams. Johnson with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
The score now all even.
Bogdanovich focused on scoring on the inside, and when he gets close to the basket, looked like he was hungry to get two.
Brogdon the pass to Muscala. And White picks to Brogdon. Back to White. Pass to Hauser. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Brogdon. Lets the three fly. That one, no good. Tie game and some big points being put up on the board as we wrap up the first. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter.
16. Here they come. It's Celtics.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Well, look at the turnover ratio, then look at the score. Easy to see what happened in that first period.
Yeah, hopefully the opposition can recover, because that first quarter defensively was unbelievable, just crippling defense.
And different games, different officials. Something that might be called a foul in one game, Greg, may not be called in the next. As a player, how do you adjust to that?
It's a great question, and that's part of being a veteran. I learned early on, you actually scout officials the same way you scout the players. They have tendencies as well.
On the court right now for the Hawks. On-court spots filled by Hunter and Collins. Griffin out there with Trae Young. And it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. They now take the lead. Young's got the lead up to 2 now for the Hawks.
Quick to set his feet and quick with that release as Trae knocks one down.
Here's Horford. No good on the shot. So the Hawks will take it the other way. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Ulrich. David.
Thanks, guys. Now, Marcus Smart is not shy with his philosophy. He says it takes little talent to play defense, but a whole lot of want to. Get every 50-50 ball, take charges, be a great teammate, compete, never be okay with losing. And Kevin, he has always walked the walk, too.
He has. Defensive Player of the Year. He's a terrific player. No question about it. David, thank you. Now here's Griffin following the missed shot by DeAndre Hunter. Count that one.
Well, Capella at that size really has no issues spotting the open man.
Tatum looking around. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
Well, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
And one thing that stands out about their defensive abilities is they've got a lot of skill on that end of the floor.
Collins, that drops, and it comes off an assist from Griffin. Collins has got his first basket.
And he really enjoys inside play. John Collins explosive there.
That was the 2K drive. Is that deserved another look?
And the awareness of his footwork and body on that drive. Wow.
He has a talent for holding back their opponent's shots and really defending well.
And Kevin, they put a lot of energy into pressuring shooters, making sure guys can't find easy looks. They don't want to give away anything for free. I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for Atlanta.
Right away, they showed us they weren't going to shy away from the mid-range game, and it's proving to be an effective tool for them.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
And the Celtics making a change here. Pritchard's checked in. Atlanta with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run. Right side, Griffin. Pass to Capella. Doesn't go that time. Some solid defense from Brown. Capella with the bucket.
Capella just smashing through the contact on the inside that time.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. And one thing, Greg, we know Capella has always done. He plays to his strengths.
It's a great point, Kevin. Capella knows where he's best and really focuses on that. Can help the team with minimal touches on offense, but he really anchors a defense by not overextending.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Williams comes in for Jaylen Brown. And it's White in for Smart. Atlanta also making some changes here. Okongwu's checked in for John Collins. Bay comes in for Hunter. And it's Bogdanovich in for Griffin.
Nice work by Tatum. A better three-point shooter than many scouts thought he might be.
It's Bogdanovich on the wing. Good work defensively by Horford.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Atlanta leading by 7. And Young kicks to Bay.
2 minutes remaining.
Off target from three-point range.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room. No clue how he got that one to fall.
Defensive foul.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
Murray's checked in for Atlanta.
Jason Tatum at the line with 1 shot.
And you know, Jason Tatum is one of those guys who can really do it all. He's got a versatile skill set that makes him a constant threat on both ends of the floor.
Capella with the bucket.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Pritchard passes to Williams. Outside Tatum. From past the arc, hits the three-point bomb. Tatum's got 9 points in the quarter.
And every year, Tatum evolves. Tonight, he's given us a taste of everything he's been working on.
White against Bogdanovich. Now the feed to Okongwu. Right wing. Passes it to Bay. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul. Substitutions for the Celtics. Mike Muscala. Sam Hauser. Malcolm Brogdon.
Here's Murray. He has 6. Clock at 6. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Here's Bay. That 3 off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And White with the stuff.
Going to the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
There's some ways to get your coach's attention, and that draws the coaching staff's ire.
And that one, good.
Assisted.
That's now 8 points for DeJounte Murray.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
White finds Muscala. Makes it off the glass.
We can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
And stolen by White. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
got to take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Yep, that one goes. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's Atlanta. They're up by 1. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Joined here with Quinn Snyder. Coach, your team has faced a lot of firepower from outside. How do you keep them from getting those three-pointers off?
Well, one, they're making them. Hopefully we can get them where they're not open and they're contested and see if they're making that many of them then. But they're getting them a variety of ways. We just got to be better.
Play outside-in defense, right? Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. The period wrapped up with the teams on level ground and the score tied. They were slightly better in the second. Not a big difference between these two teams. Kenny, let's start with you. What do you think about the Hawks?
Well, I like what I'm seeing on the offensive end. They're keeping things simple, getting to their spots and executing. Nothing fancy, kind of like Shaq's suit.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
Got to give some credit to the energy of their bench. The second unit guys are trying to make the name for themselves tonight. And you know, light the fire under the starters, baby.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See everybody with Kevin Harlan.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, guys, Jason Tatum has really been making it happen.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. The post tandem, it's Horford and Williams. Out on the wings, it's Brown and Tatum. And it's Smart in at the one. That's the Boston 5. Shots good by Williams.
Unselfish play by Tatum, getting it to a shooter in rhythm instead of chasing his own shot.
And that was another look at the fantastic Mobile One drive that happened a moment ago.
They had a nice score that came from just attacking the rim. Huge play in this hotly contested game.
Collins, the shot, no good. Good work defensively by Horford. And guys, how about the different ways John Collins can score on you?
Well, John Collins can bully you on the inside. He can spot up and shoot a little bit from the three-point line. So that ability to stretch the floor makes him one of the harder forwards to have to contend with.
Young is double. Wide open look here for Murray. Trains the three-pointer. Murray's got it all tied up now for Atlanta.
Big man John Collins seeing the court that time.
Smart dishes to Tatum. The three. Williams trying to break free. Atlanta with the rebound. Cabela's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Here's Murray. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Brown against Murray. And there's Williams. That's good on the assist by Brown. Williams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Slashing with purpose there. After setting that screen, Williams knows where to position himself in these sets.
Murray, the pass to Hunter. Lets it go with the 3. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Hawks lead by 2.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
And there's the call on John Collins.
John Collins.
That'll be his second foul of the game.
Foul.
And the Hawks making a change here. Johnson's checked in.
Coming onto the floor for the Hawks, Jalen Johnson.
Hunter against Tatum. And there's the pass to Brown. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Tatum's got his 5th assist in this one.
And that's just tremendous confidence from Brown. Going up with the shot right away and giving the dude no time to react.
Now, here's Johnson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And slam dunk by Smart.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Here's Johnson after the basket by Boston. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Pass to Tatum. Back to Horford. Tatum finds Brown. And the three off target.
And he didn't punish them for the weak. Can't count on him to continue missing.
Young inside. Guarded by Smart. Shot by Collins, no good.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Good on the shot.
And very early on, Brown learned how to finish through contact, an essential skill for an NBA player to master.
Now, here is Young. Stolen by Smart. Tatum kicks to Williams. Yes, that goes in. Now it's a 7-point Celtic lead.
That's showing that aggressive nature. Williams competes hard, doesn't back down, and he'll let his opponent know he's not afraid of the contact.
Hunter against Tatum. Here's Collins. Banked in off the glass. Collins has got his second bucket of the night.
Any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
The kick out to Brown from deep. Rebound Atlanta. Here's Murray, and it's blocked by Brown. An even 3-on-3 break. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Hunter. Pass to Murray. And it's Jalen Johnson with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Pritchard, he's checked in for Boston. Okongwu's checked in for Atlanta. Griffin comes in for Murray. A minute 20 left here in the third quarter. Tatum drives in. Brown against Hunter. For the three. Boston again missing. The Hawks trail by 5. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Outside for Griffin. Tatum against Hunter. And they pick up 2. Hunter's got 7.
Well, he can be dangerous in the pick and roll situation with that size. Hunter can't make the defense lay off him for long.
Brown against Hunter. And it's Brown missing.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
Poke loose. Smart with the ball. Guarded by Hunter. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. There's Williams.
Well, he is a behemoth in the paint. Once Williams establishes himself, you almost have to foul.
Celtics have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
Atlanta making a switch here. And he sinks the second.
And the energy of Williams, it's infectious. Amazing at using it to block shots, rebound, score, whatever they ask of it.
And Young kicks to Bogdanovich. Bay wide open, and he fires. Off target with his three. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Celtics lead by 4. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. It's Okongwu and Capella. Young and Bogdanovich are their guards. And it's Bay in at the 3 spot. And it's Williams finishing it up.
He is a budding prospect. I like whenever Williams shows that determination on offense, and it looks like he wants to just take over.
Outside Bogdanovich. The kick out to Young. That fall. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Now take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
White, good.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
Now here's Bay. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Okongwu. Young outside, and the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Al Horford is checked in for Grant Williams. And then for Atlanta, John Collins, he's checked in for Okongwu. Hunter comes in for Sadiq Bey. And it's DeJounte Murray in for Bogdanovich. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Brogdon kicks to Horford. Passes it to Williams. Outside, White. And stolen by Murray. Fast break here. Here come the Hawks. For 3, Hunter. And Boston with the rebound. Williams passes to Brogdon. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. The Celtics making a switch here. Tatum's checked in.
Now into the lineup for the Celtics, Jason Tatum.
On defense, Atlanta. Brogdon scanning the floor. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Mike Muscala is checked in for the Celtics.
Now into the lineup for the Celtics, Mike Muscala.
The Hawks trail by 4. Murray outside. And the call will be against Al Horford. That's foul number 2 for him. Griffin's checked in for Al Horford.
First team foul. Now into the lineup for the Celtics, Blake Griffin.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Hunter kicks to Young. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from 14. Good.
Trae just doing a great job being resourceful that time, finding an open space and knocking down a mid-range.
Young against Brogdon. Dishes it to Muscala. The shot's good.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
The Hawks trail by 4. Murray outside. Hunter on the wing. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, plain to see how eager Hunter is to work hard for his team. He gets that shot off and gets a trip to the line.
And the Celtics making a change here. Brown's checked in. The Celtics have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Inside, here's Griffin. It's stolen by Capella. And oh, here we go. Young's got it, the fast break chance. And it's Murray with the jam.
And the scoring is one thing, but Young's ability to set his teammates up, just as important.
Here is Hunter. And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That is his foul of the game.
Third team foul.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Collins.
Wonderful work there on the defensive end. Griffin showing some improvement in that area.
And there's the call on Malcolm Brogdon. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Marcus Smart's checked in for Boston.
Marcus Smart.
Young against Smart to take the lead. Another shot, and it's laid up and in by Young. And the Hawks lead by 2.
Trae Young stepping up and delivering in a big-time moment.
Now a timeout called by Boston. It's been quite a game for DeJounte Murray.
You gotta be using this timeout to think about a personnel change or a game plan change to try to slow him down.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Trae Young.
And he's played this entire game on his front foot, Kevin. I mean, driving the lane, going to the rim with purpose, and getting those points the hard way.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hi, Kevin. Well, the head coach for the Celtics talked to his team during the break. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Now, here's Capella. Hunter finds Collins. Shot clock at 5. Over Tatum. It's a hand on it, and it's put back up and in by Capella.
And how about Capella? Not the guy you expect, but cool under pressure that time.
Brown dishes to Griffin. Tatum against Hunter. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Collins. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for Atlanta?
Guys, they've done everything they can in this one to just dominate that backboard offensively and keeping control of the ball and then converting.
Man, scoring off a turnover is so helpful. I mean, you get easy opportunities at the rim. It devastates the opponent. They've done a great job tonight of converting on those chances.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Robert Williams, he's checked in from Wisconsin. And it's Horford in for Griffin. Tatum gets the bucket.
Tatum's experience in these spots is starting to show. He's never been afraid to take the biggest shots.
Here's Collins, and finished off by Collins.
And maybe not the first guy you think about. Collins in the clutch.
Here's Tatum. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. And that's now 18 points for Jason Tatum. 107 left in the game. And here's Young from the arc. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
It's in. Trae Young comes up huge this time, looking like the go-to guy.
On the basket, Smart. Murray against Brown. Williams. Brown trying to free himself up. The shot by Williams, no good. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. Wants to get it to Collins and does. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Collins not the first option, but wow, stepping up.
Smart kicks to Brown. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives for the big shot. And when you're rolling like this, watch out.
Time call here. The Hawks decide to talk it over. It's tied at 68. There's 38 seconds left to play in the final quarter. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the fourth. A nice shot by Young.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
There's Brown with the 3. Offensive rebound. Horford the pass to Williams. The Celtics working the ball around now. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Great to see Brown drop that perimeter jumper, showing off his terrific stroke from beyond the arc.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout.
Here we go, fans. Time to make some noise for the feature. And your Celtics youth dance team.
We've got 22 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
Make some noise.
Young against Smart. And Young pitch to Collins. Back to Young. To win it. Oh, it's no good. And we're headed to overtime. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we'll return shortly. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ballgame. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime.
Here we go, fans. Time to make some noise for Boston's own Celtics Entertainment.
And so it's Atlanta with it. Out on the wings, it's Brown and Tatum. The post tandem, it's Horford and Williams. And it's Smart in at the point. Young finds Hunter. Here's Capella. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Every year, Clint Capella up there, one of the highest percentage field goal shooters we have in the NBA.
To the middle, here's Williams. Rebound, Atlanta. Capella's got his 16th rebound on the night. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. And taken away by Brown. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Brown's got the ball. Tatum dishes to Horford. The kick out to Brown. Top of the key. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Brown's got the game tied up here for the Celtics. Atlanta's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. They get a hand on it. Here's Young. Again, the Hawks score.
And so far, Young is making the defense look old. He is on fire to start this one.
Tatum on the wing. There's Brown with the 3. Rebound by Murray. The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 from the floor as we've gotten this overtime period underway. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's foul number 2 for him. About 90 seconds off the clock here in the extra period. Here's Young. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
Difficult to try to stick with Trae Young, especially when he's rising up there.
Here's Brown. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Brown's got 4 points this quarter.
And with Brown, it doesn't matter what point in the game it's at. He's ready to shoot whenever and wherever he has the ball in a good spot.
And another great look at the 2K drive.
And you talk about a big-time play. He simply would not be denied on that drive.
Now here's Williams. After the miss from Trae Young. Horford kicks to Smart. Hunter against Tatum. Here's Williams. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
Robert Williams, second personal foul, second team foul.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And this was a smart foul, but Capella could upset the opposition's plan.
Outside Tatum. 3-pointer. Good. Oh, that was an enormous 3-pointer.
And let's give some credit to Tatum. Doesn't crack when the pressure's on. He just seems to embrace the moment.
Atlanta calls timeout.
For T-shirts. Let's take the table, everyone. Come on, make some noise. Let's make some noise. We are the sixth man.
Young from outside. No good on that one. And it's Boston the other way. Here's Brown. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Clint Capella.
And they need a profitable trip here. And luckily, Brown looks to be in the zone.
At the line for 2 shots.
He knocks down the clutch free throw. So he gets them both, and it's a 2-point ball game.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2.
It's just so interesting. There was a lot of talk and bravado and confidence about Trae Young and talking about the things that he was going to do in this league. He's doing it.
Now here's Brown.
And they had a foul to give, but you want to use it on the ground.
Personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Celtics, Jaylen Brown. At the line for 2.
He sinks the clutch free throw. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Ice in the veins right there. They're one stop away from winning this thing.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to 29 seconds left to play in the first overtime. Smart, and so they foul intentionally.
Personal foul. Team foul. At the line for the Celtics, Marcus Smart. At the line for 2 shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
And some of what Smart gives this team doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, but he makes plays that help you win.
He's able to hit the second one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Young against Smart. Pass to Collins. Kicks to Hunter. It's good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Oh, big time from DeAndre Hunter, letting it all hang out.
And they just Got the clock, so there's a foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
At the line for your Celtics, Jason Tatum. At the line for 2.
First free throw, that will put them up by 2.
Well, Tatum does look ready, prepared to do what he does best in the clutch, get buckets.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
Huge free throws, bumps the lead up to 3, and now they simply have to guard against the 3-ball.
And here's Young from the arc. No good from 3-point territory. And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
What a ride. I mean, I thought it might end in regulation, but you know what? They came through what was necessary once we got into OT.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Jason. Congrats on the win. It was a slow start on offense, so what got you guys going in the second half?
You know, Coach told us we didn't deserve to make any shots. You know, we were too tense. We weren't having any fun. You know, we started having a lot more fun second half. Guys were smiling and cheering, and we had some shots.
Well, it's good to know that if you smile and make shots. I'll keep that in mind. Congrats, man. Back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.